Hey, hello everyone. How are you all? Okay, I hope you all will be fit and fine. Okay, well then welcome to this engineering mechanics channel, and today we are going to complete our first problem, and this problem is based on non-concurrent coplanar force system and Varignon theorem, because Varignon theorem used in non-concurrent coplanar force system to find out the position of resultant force. Okay, then come next. This problem is based on Varignon theorem. Okay, clear. Next, question is available on the board. Diagram is not available, so we have to make diagram first. Okay, so a bar ABC carrying force is 20 Newton at downward. Okay, we have to make diagram first. Okay, I'm raising this. Wait. Okay, we have to make diagram first. A bar ABC carrying force is 20 Newton at A downward. A bar, we have to make a bar first. ABC, this is our bar ABC, this is our point A. Okay, 20 Newton at downward, 20 Newton of force acting into downward direction. Okay, this is our 20 Newton of force acting in 20 Newton of vertical force is acting in downward direction. Okay, then come next, 30 Newton at B upward, 30 Newton at B upward, and AB is 6 centimeter, so I am taking the point this here. 30 Newton at B upward, then same, this is a vertical force 30 Newton, and this is our point B. Okay, then come next, 30 Newton at B upward. Okay, then come next, 40 Newton at C downward. Okay, suppose this is our point C, I am taking this point C, and this 40 Newton of force at C is downward. This is also a vertical force. This is 40 Newton of force, 40 Newton of vertical force and going in downward direction. Okay, then come next, compute the resultant. We have to find out resultant first, and you know already we have a direct formula to get the value of resultant, that is R is equal to summation of f of x square plus summation of f of y square and root of these both. We have direct formula to get the value of resultant. Okay, then come next, and locate its position from point A. We have a point, a fixed point, that is point A. We have to find out position, we have to find out its position from point A, means A, between A and C. Our resultant is lie between A and C, and we have to find out the distance from point A where our resultant will be act or lie. Okay, then come next, AB is 6 centimeter, so this is AB and this is AB is 6 centimeter. Then come next, BC is 8 centimeter. Okay, then BC is 8 centimeter. Okay, then I am raising this. Okay, so we have make diagram already on the basis of this problem. Then come next we have a direct formula to find out the direction of resultant force. I am writing this, theta is equal to tan inverse of summation of f of y divided by summation of f of x. But we have not a formula for position here. We have to use Varignon theorem to find out during the position of resultant force. Okay, then we have to find out resultant first. Okay, suppose this is a vertical force, this is also a vertical force. These three forces are available on a body. There are three forces are available on a body, and all are vertical forces. Suppose because horizontal force is not available here, suppose this is a marker, or am applying vertical forces here, upward, downward. If downward force is much more than upward force, then my marker will move in downward direction. That means according to Newton's second law of motion, our body will be move in the direction of resultant force. Okay, so our marker is going into the downward direction. Okay, so same here, same condition will be applied here, because horizontal force is not available, so our resultant force means the direction of resultant force must be in vertical, because horizontal is not available. Okay, then come next, summation of f of x. We have to do summation of f of x here now. And first point is why this is non-concurrent, because all the forces are passing through different point. This 20 Newton passing from A point, this 30 Newton from B, and this 40 Newton from C. So this force system is known as non-concurrent. Okay, then come next. We have to do first summation of fx. Okay, first summation of f of x according to our resultant formula. Those forces are going in right side direction, you have to take this plus, and in the left side direction we have to take this minus. Okay, because horizontal force is not available here, so our summation of f of x is equal to 0. Okay, then come next, summation of f of y. Those forces are going in upward, take positive, and those are going in downward direction, we have to take these negative according to our xy plane, because x plus here, x minus here, y plus in upward direction, y minus in downward direction. Okay, then come next, first point A. A 20 Newton of force is going in downward direction, then we have to take this negative, minus 20. Okay, then come next, 30 Newton of force is going in upward, we have to take this positive, plus 30 Newton. Okay, then come next, 40 Newton is going downward, then again negative. Our answer is 40 minus 20 minus 60 plus 30, answer is minus 30 Newton. Okay, then resultant will be equal to 0 square plus 30 square. We have not required to use minus here, because in square minus will be cancel out. Okay, then 0 means 0, square cancel out with root, then our value of resultant R is equal to 30 Newton. So we have already find out here resultant and second direction already. Okay, how? Because due to horizontal force is not available here, then according to this my marker is going in downward direction, so our body will be moving in the direction of resultant force. So according to summation of f of y, summation of f of y means summation of all the vertical forces, our answer is minus 30 Newton, means our resultant is going in downward direction, means exact vertical force is acting in downward direction. Okay, then come next, we have already find out the resultant, we have already find out the direction of resultant force. Okay, then come next. We have to find out now position here, and for position we have to apply Varignon theorem. Okay, I am applying here Varignon theorem. Okay, watch carefully. What is Varignon theorem? If a many coplanar forces or a number of forces are acting on a body, because here 3 forces are acting on a body, then the algebraic sum of moment of all the forces, means this is the symbol of algebraic sum of moment of all the forces. Watch carefully. The algebraic sum of in sub, we have to sum all these forces. Okay, the algebraic sum of movement of all these forces, we have to do the summation of movement here. Okay, will be equal to the moment of according to Verignon theorem, if a number of forces are acting on a body, then the algebraic sum of movement of all the forces about any point, okay, means we have to see our movement from point A according to the question. So about any point will be equal to the movement of resultant force about the same point will be equal to the movement of resultant force means about the same point. X is perpendicular distance from that point, okay. So according to this formula we can find out directly the position of resultant force here, because R multiply with X means if we are doing the summation of movement of all these forces from point A, then we will get our answer that will be equal to resultant, that will be equal to the resultant with a perpendicular distance from point A, okay. We will get our resultant and with perpendicular distance from point A, then we can find out directly our position here, okay. Then come next. Summation of writing this here, summation of movement of all the forces about any point will be equal to resultant multiplied by perpendicular distance, mean the movement of resultant force, okay. Then summation of movement of all the forces about any point, we have to take point A here, because according to the question we have to choose point A here, okay. Then come next, summation of movement from a point, okay, that is equal to from a point those forces are passing from point A, doesn't matter 1 2 3 4 how much forces are available, okay, how many numbers of forces are available, doesn't matter, that will be equal to 0, because perpendicular distance will be equal to 0, okay. Because this 20 Newton of force is passing from point A and perpendicular distance equal to 0, then this will be equal to 0, okay. Then come next. I am giving the simple technique how can you resolve the movement of forces, how can you summation by the movement of forces, how can you sum, okay. Okay, those forces are going in clockwise direction from that point that you have chosen, okay. You have to take them positive, and those are going in anti-clockwise, we have to take these negative, okay. This is a simple technique for movement, okay. So 20 multiplied by 0 because perpendicular distance is 0, okay. Then come next, this 30 Newton of force is going, watch carefully, this 30 Newton of force going in upward was in anti-clockwise direction. From this point we have to choose point A, this 30 Newton of force is going in anti-clockwise direction, in above direction, then we have to take this negative 30 multiply by perpendicular distance from point A to B, okay, multiply by 6, okay. Then come next, from point A this 40 Newton of force going in clockwise direction, okay, this is going in clockwise direction, okay. From this point A this 40 Newton of force is going in clockwise direction, this is our clockwise and this is our anti-clockwise, so this 40 Newton is going in clockwise direction, so we have to take this positive plus 40 multiply by perpendicular distance A to C, this is equal to 14 multiply by 14, and that will be equal to what is our resultant 30 multiply by same perpendicular distance from this point A, that will be equal to resultant with perpendicular distance from point A, so we can find out directly position here, okay. Multiply with X, okay. So we have to solve this, 0 minus 180 plus 560 is equal to 30x. Now we have to minus this, equal to 18, 0, 16 minus 8, 8, 4 minus 1, 3, equal to 30x, and x will be equal to 380 divided by 30. Okay, then 1, 2, 0, 3, this is equal to 12.6. so x is 12, x is 12.6 and centimeter. Okay, so we have already find out the position of resultant force. Okay, then we have to show the position of resultant force here. How can we show? This is our axis, this is our point A, this is our point C, this is our point B, and this distance is 6 centimeter and this distance is 8 centimeter. Now we have to show our resultant. Okay, 30 Newton of resultant minus 30 Newton means 30 Newton of resultant is going in downward direction with perpendicular distance from y at 12.6 centimeter, means approximately 6, maybe approximately here 12.6. Our resultant is going in downward direction, means R is equal to 30 Newton. We have to show this, okay, in our exam. And our distance is 12.6 centimeter from point A. So we have to show this in our exam. Okay, now our problem has been completed here. Okay, so and you can also, so your force is 20 Newton and next is 30 Newton. And the next is 40 Newton. So now our problem has been completed here, but you have to show this in your exam. Okay, so if this video is so helpful for you, then please like, share and subscribe my channel. Okay, and thank you very much for watching my videos.